with everything that we've just kind of spoken about, you know, the introduction of you know, yourself and kind of how you look at life and what you think, what made you reach the conclusion that, you know what, I've got kids, I'm at this point in my life, let me try a venture, let me try and start a business?
I wouldn't say there was any one thing. Like, funny enough, it was my cousin who made me realise this, like, last year.
Okay.
Like, I mean,
This one, Jeff?
This one point, like, he was like, yeah, you know what, man, like, you've always been a hustler, like, you've always been trying to do something, or what have you. And when he said that, it really hit home, like, you know what, like, things like I was saying, oh yeah, no, I'm an entrepreneur, these things, they kind of like, seems like a kind of like buzzword kind of thing these days, but
trendy word.
Yeah, trend word. And it's not like I'm saying like, oh yeah, I'm an entrepreneur, but again,
Technically you are.
Yeah, him saying that's like, yeah, you know what, he's right. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, I remember college times, and my mum used to get sandwiches where she used to work. They will not give away, but it's like when it's reaching like the day before, a certain day, take it off the shelf, but it's still good for like that day or 2 days. I'll take them to college, and I was shotting them in college.
Right.
Okay, I was selling them in college. Sandwiches, and I was selling them in college, and what have you. But yeah, so what got me into this journey, that I've always had a hustler spirit, always had a sense of independence, like, you know, and it has its pros and its cons, because as much as that has helped me have this sense of, you know what, I gotta like have my own stuff, I gotta have my own business and make my own finances and what have you. It's also had this knock-on effects on the sense of there's certain periods of my life where I could have accelerated a lot quicker through just a stage that I just needed to just get through. I didn't need to complete it by myself. If I got some help, I would have accelerated through that stage much quicker. But because of like pride and ego and a sense of also like
at times.
Yeah, a sense of having to like prove myself. Like if I can't do it by myself, then I'm not worthy. Kind of myths that we kind of get into our heads. I don't know whether it's we get brainwashed into it, we take it on ourselves. Where it's kind of like,
preconditioned as well.
Yeah, preconditioned. Like we've got to prove ourselves, and the way to prove that, we've got to prove our worth. Sorry, and the way to prove our worth is I have to be able to do X, no matter how much I might struggle to do that or whatever, and no matter how much of like a patchwork job it may be. So as long as I complete it, I'm worthy. Whereas it's like, nah, just get some assistance. Seeing my own parents, like the struggle, you know, seeing them working hard, and it's kind of like they're still struggling. And not to say like, you know what, I don't want to work hard, but it's just kind of like also learning about money at like 18, 19, literally learning about fiat currency, what fiat currency is, understanding what money is. And then it's just kind of like, you kind of mesh the two together, and it's like, my parents are working so hard, all of this pittance, and it's like, it's just a game in a sense. We're in a game. The people who are really making it, some people are really like making a whole heap of money, and they're doing like an hour's work or whatever. And then it's like, I'm seeing my parents working hard, but I never understood how is it that people can go and work hard and put in so much grind and effort. Like when my dad came, he was working at 3 cleaning jobs, going from here to here to here, and doing 3 different things just to make ends meet, just to just get by on, you know, really grinding. And my dad is just one of millions of us. Many people came in the rain rush generation, people came in like my dad's period or whatever, coming from Ghana or whatever. They came here trying to make a better life, and then it's like they pegged to like the lower end of the spectrum in this sense. And a lot of them coming from their countries where they're doctors and they're lawyers and they're like the refugee people in like their country, but then they come here and then at the lower end of the pecking order, and just knowing that I don't wanna have to keep doing this working from the ground up. I don't wanna have my children have to work from the ground up. So the only thing that you learn along the way, listen to people who are entrepreneurs or whatever, you can't hand them a job, they can't inherit a job, they can't inherit a mortgage. What they can inherit. Then you start learning more and more concepts like they can inherit in business, they can inherit stocks, they can inherit property. So alright, cool. And then me learning things like these are the aspects which give like the biggest tax reliefs: property, stocks, and businesses. All of these type of things. So I'm like, well, then it's kind of like a no-brainer. This is the avenue I should focus on. But then I know nothing about it, so now I got to start educating myself. Hence why, again, this kind of channel, which is going to be providing this type of knowledge, whereby just education. You start watching these type of things, the penny starts to sink. You start to learn and realize how you can actually become financially free. How it seems just like a buzzword, but then the more you start learning, the more you start engaging, the more it starts to seem like I can do it. And then it's come to the point where I'm at now, where it's like
sometimes it is about knowledge though, isn't it? Like when you think about it, because sometimes it can take having a look at one thing, and then it can lead you into something else, and then it can take you to maybe something that will just like that spark that will just make you go out and do something, isn't it? Yeah. So are you saying that's kind of what happened to you as well, from doing all that research, from looking at stocks and shares and trying to think outside the box of the traditional way of making money? Is that how you kind of reached the...
Yeah, definitely, because one side of the coin is alright, I had the hustler spirit, the innate stuff. Like I had the hustler spirit, I had the sense of pride and ego where it's like I've got to make something of myself. I've got to make something for myself, but I had no knowledge. So a lot of the stuff that I was doing was the negative stuff, kind of the stuff that I did know, the ways that I was exposed of making money, which is the road stuff or what have you. Then I got to a point where it's like, this ain't sustainable, and some of it is morally wrong. I wasn't robbing no one, I wasn't doing anything bad like that, but in the same sense, it's kind of like the treachery and people stealing from one another, setting people up, and the envy eyes.
But that's what comes with the roads, though, isn't it? If you know, you know.